One of the most effective and simplest ways to anticipate and avoid career challenges is through a SWOT analysis. SWOT is short for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, and it provides a framework for assessing internal and external factors that can impact one's career trajectory. In this week's Moonshot Mentor podcast, I reveal the crucial missing step of converting the weakness step of the SWOT into actionable needs, putting you in the driver's seat of your career. Whether you're facing challenges or seeking new opportunities, the SWOT analysis can help you move forward in your career. Hey everyone, I'm Laverne McKinnon and welcome to the Moonshot Mentor podcast. I'm a certified career coach and grief recovery specialist, and I love to help ambitious, driven people feel confident, empowered, and excited after experiencing a career setback. Whether it's from feeling stuck in a tough period or frustration from slow progress, I offer up tools and resources to help you revamp your career path. Okay, let's jump into SWOT analysis. And for full disclosure, I wish I would have used this tool earlier in my career, like the time I took a job out of desperation or the time I had trouble getting an initiative past my CEO and the board of directors. So as I said, SWOT is short for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, and it provides a framework for assessing internal and external factors that can impact one's career trajectory. While it's a tool that's mostly used by marketing folks when analyzing a product's position in the marketplace, I've found it to be invaluable in helping people get clear on what's working in their careers and what needs to be course corrected. It requires a strategic approach that combines self-awareness, industry insight, and practical tools. One of my clients used the SWOT analysis to determine that his strengths no longer aligned with the career that he was in, and he made a pivot out of the entertainment industry into buying a franchise, a windshield repair business. It gave him a lot of flexibility with his time and had very low startup costs, so it fit him perfectly. So how can we use SWOT analysis to advance your career? It starts with self-reflection, introspection, and a blank page. You can also ask friends, advisors, and mentors and colleagues to help you see what you may not be able to on your own. So I'd like to invite you right now to push the pause button and grab a piece of paper and a pen. Now, use a full piece of paper and create a large square. Now divide that square into 4 squares by putting a line down the middle and another line across the middle. So then you're going to have 4 squares. In the top left box, you're going to write strengths. In the top right box, you're going to write weaknesses. In the bottom left, write opportunities. And in the bottom right, write threats. Now, we're going to take some time to assess your strengths, those unique qualities and talents that set you apart from others. These are internal factors that give you an advantage over other people. They can include skills, knowledge, experience, personal attributes, or professional achievements. You may have strong communication skills, a knack for problem solving, or a proven track record of delivering wins. Write down what you come up with for strengths. Likewise, we're going to identify your weaknesses. These are the areas where you may need improvement or further development. These are also internal factors that may hinder your progress or limit your potential. They could be areas where you lack expertise or skills or need improvement or personal traits that may pose challenges. Perhaps you lack experience in a particular industry, or maybe you struggle with time management. Go ahead and write down those results now. Next, explore potential opportunities in your industry or field of expertise, trends, emerging markets, or areas for growth. These are external factors that present favorable circumstances for advancement. They could include industry shifts, networking opportunities, market demands, or emerging technologies. You might identify specific networking events, online courses, or industry conferences as opportunities to expand your skill set and broaden your professional relationships. Go ahead and write down those results now. Then consider the threats that could pose challenges to your career aspirations. Competition, economic shifts, or technological advancements. These are external factors that may pose risks or obstacles to your career path. They could include competition, economic downturns, changes in regulations, or disruptive technologies. Write down your results. Now, as an example of how to use a SWOT, I'm going to talk you through a SWOT sample that I've mocked together based on several clients' experiences who come from the entertainment industry. So, strengths. A strength might be having an MBA, a Master's in Business Administration. Story analysis. Excellent written communication. Research. Was an agent's assistant. Weaknesses might be being an introvert in the sense that it's hard to speak up in big meetings, shallow buyer relationships, an inability to create casting lists, a long commute, which equates to feeling really tired and not focused at work, a weakness of prioritizing, not knowing what's the most important task to tackle next. Opportunities could be building relationships, joining the HRTS associates, asking for mentorship. A threat could be marketplace contraction. The entertainment industry is going through a massive contraction right now. Possible job loss as a result of the entertainment industry contraction. Very few jobs, opportunities are available. Student loans could also be a threat. So here's a pro tip. It's okay to be repetitive, to brainstorm, to have a long kitchen sink list. It's also okay to have a strength be a weakness and for a threat to also be an opportunity. Here are some examples. Artificial intelligence could represent both a threat and an opportunity. In the mock SWOT example, having an MBA was listed as a strength for understanding and being able to execute basic business principles. It could also be considered a weakness because there's an oversaturation of job candidates that hold an MBA, so it's no longer a competitive advantage. The marketplace contraction could also be an opportunity to pivot careers, especially for someone who is ambitious and doesn't love their entertainment gig and is frustrated with slow progress. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, there's a crucial missing step in the SWOT analysis. This step is to convert your weaknesses into needs. My philosophy is that we don't have to simply accept our weaknesses, nor do we want to use our valuable time by trying to by shore them up, by spending countless hours on changing who we are. So in the mock SWOT example, being an introvert was identified as being a weakness. The need in this situation might be time to process information or smaller group interactions or the ability to submit written thoughts rather than verbal thoughts. Another weakness was shallow buyer relationships. The need here is to broaden the buyer relationships. But when we combine that with being an introvert, a suggested need to attend networking events would not be helpful. In this situation, the tactic to deepen buyer relationships might be to ask for introductions or to reach out directly to set up a meet and greet via Zoom or over coffee. A need to address the weakness of generating casting lists might be to watch more content and make a spreadsheet, or work with a colleague who thrives in making casting lists. Long commutes are very relatable to those living in Los Angeles. It's a way of life for many, and it can be exhausting. It makes sense that someone would be tired having to show up day after a very long commute. A need in this situation might be to leave earlier or later to avoid traffic, or listen to podcasts to distract from the long drive, or work in a remote or hybrid situation. Now, finally, to address the need of prioritizing, it could be to ask for clarity or use an app that is shared by the team so tasks can be rated as to urgency. Converting weaknesses into needs puts you in the driver's seat of your career and gives you actionable steps to empower and build your career. As you can probably tell, conducting a SWOT analysis takes rigor in 4 categories. Number 1, self-awareness. SWOT analysis begins with a deep understanding of yourself, your skills, strengths, weaknesses, values, and goals. By gaining clarity on your own capabilities and limitations, you can make more informed decisions about your career path. Most of us find it easy to identify our weaknesses, but a truly effective SWOT must clearly identify what you're good at. Please don't be shy. Playing small does no one any good. 2, industry insight. To conduct a meaningful SWOT analysis, you need to stay abreast of industry trends, market dynamics, and competitive landscapes. Keep an eye on emerging opportunities and potential threats that could impact your career trajectory. You can do this by reading trades, becoming part of a mastermind, engaging in conversations with coworkers and or attending industry conferences. 3, strategic thinking. SWOT analysis is not just about identifying strengths and weaknesses. It's about strategic thinking, anticipating future trends, assessing risks, and devising proactive strategies to achieve your career goals. This is not typically done in a single sitting, but it's accumulation of your experiences along with research. 4, continuous improvement. A SWOT analysis is not a one-time exercise. It's an ongoing process of self-assessment and adaptation. My recommendation is to evaluate your strengths and weaknesses, reassess opportunities and threats, and adjust your career strategy every 1 to 2 years. I do not recommend doing a SWOT on a more frequent basis in terms of your career strategy, because having perspective is a critical element to conducting a SWOT effectively. Remember to enlist trusted friends and colleagues in this exercise if you get stuck. They can often provide fresh perspective. Okay, bottom line. By conducting a personal SWOT analysis, you can make deeply informed decisions about your career path. Career journey is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Stay curious, stay adaptable, and never stop learning and growing. By embracing a mindset of continuous improvement and strategic planning, you can navigate the complexities of today's job market with confidence and resilience. So that's it for today. Head over to Moonshot Mentor on Substack for journal questions to help you master a SWOT analysis for your career. Let me know how it goes. You can also find me at moonshotmentor.com, where you can find links to all of my social and ways to work with me. I actually lead a mastermind of leaders in the entertainment industry where we do exercises like a SWOT analysis. If you're interested in joining the next one, DM me and I'll put you on the wait list. All of my groups are currently full, but I am accepting clients who want to work with me one-on-one. A very big thank you to Lynn Chen for the video and audio editing. You can find her on social at Ms. Lynn Chen. And if you enjoy what you hear, I would appreciate if you could subscribe to my podcast, as it would help me meet my moonshot of 5,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, and I will see you next week.